lot of the community to be able to try to make sure that they do the best updates possible for the game. So let me head over onto my other screen here, and we actually have quite a lot of stuff that is going on right here. So first and foremost, I am going to pause the music here because I want you guys to be able to listen to this video for its entirety, because this is Sephiroth's video. This will include all of his stuff. The ability select draw I'll actually explain once we get into the game, because right now at the current point, I'm not exactly able to do that right now because I already did it. I already did it. So I just want to make sure that everything's running smoothly, everything's running okay and everything. So we are going to go ahead and watch this first. And I want, if you guys are lurking or anything, it's completely fine. But if you guys have any input toward this video that you guys want to talk about or anything, please do just let me know and we'll be able to discuss it. Square Enix, I will definitely say as well, is the main proper owner of all this information. I will be making a VOD that is separate from this stream that will just have all the update content. This stream will not be staying on YouTube. So this will be a type of thing that if you're catching it live right now, that's good for you. But the VOD will be gone. So if you want to see all the update content and everything like that, you will have to watch the highlight video that will be uploaded to YouTube later today. Or you can watch the VOD over on twitch.tv/ElysGalewin if you guys are over on YouTube as well. So we're going to go ahead and get straight into this. Again, Square Enix is the rightful owner of all this information and content. This has nothing that is anything at all that is owned by me besides the overlays I'm currently using or any information that I use myself. I do want to get that out there as well so that big god Square Enix does not try to smite me. So we're going to watch this first. We're going to see how this goes and everything. We'll go from there. Oh, the quality's horrible. What the fuck? No, never mind. That's good.
あのクリスタル、明らかにおかしい。召喚獣まで。
どうせ偽物だ。私たちのコピーが現れたように。
まさか銀座のやつと同じ。楽しんでいるか、クラウド。
God, he looks so cool. He's so fucking cool. I'm sorry. Holy shit, he has the down strike. Ooh. That Octoslash has so much range. What the fuck? That is so fucking cool. That is fucking insanity. Like, that is really sick. I really do like the direction that they're taking with Sephiroth, because the way that they're implementing him is in a really cool way. I really do like the way that they're implementing him. So I will definitely say this so that I don't get absolutely smited by Square Enix. We are not going to be watching the video again, and we're going to clear that. So the main reason I say this is because we've seen what Sephiroth can do with his skills, but the Dissidia dev is not updated yet. They don't have Sephiroth's moves on there just yet. They don't have all the information for his skills. So when that is up, we will be going over there on one of these streams as well, so that we can actually go over how many hits certain things do. But I will actually definitely state, One thing I am fully aware of is the supernova for Sephiroth is a map-wide AoE. And if I remember correctly, it doesn't matter what you're doing unless if you're using iframes from a UR or something, that it will fucking kill you. So I think only certain moves will be able to go through it with either iframes or maybe like Aerith's new ability will probably be another way you can stop it, which will actually make it so that his banner has a lot more versatility and a lot more importance to it. So the first thing I actually do want to talk about, outside of Sephiroth stuff, is this right here, which is the sped up sealed ability crystals. A lot of people were talking about wanting to be able to have something like this to be able to open their crystals quicker. So basically we can get these from just fucking playing. Like, all you have to do is either get a win, and I'm assuming you get less if you get a loss, but all you have to do is just play the game, and then you can be able to open your crystals quicker so that you can play the game more, be able to get more abilities, get more levels on everything. So this is something that looks very intriguing. Honestly, I'm very excited about this, because there's one main thing this makes me think of, and I'm not going to say the specific name, but it's a certain other mobile game that has something like this as well that definitely benefited from having something like this. So it's good to see that they're bringing that back. The next thing I want to talk about as well, this is something I told to a lot of people and nobody believed me, but I guess I was right, is there's a new Ultima rank coming into the game. So with this, the following changes will apply starting with the next rank reset. The reset rank for Omega rank and above will be changed to Diamond. This ensures a better matchmaking balance with gold players and below, adding the Ultima rank as a new peak for Omega players to strive for. So basically, if you are in let's say like Ultima and Omega, you will not be dropped down to gold. You'll only be dropped down to diamond. So you will be in more of a proper bracket of the people you're supposed to be around compared to, like massive annoyances, like people not playing the game, auto, stuff like that. So it will mainly go toward the higher you are, the less you get dropped back, which is good. The next thing we're going to talk about is actually the update to challenge battles over here. So the challenge battles actually has both the URs, both of them, for the unique character available to be obtained in the challenge battle. I know a good friend of mine, and also a fellow viewer of mine who is actually known as Dino Knight. He's going to be happy about this because he wants to play Cloud, but he doesn't have Cross Slash or Omni Slash or whichever one he's missing. This will be very high difficulty though, so use the right allies to be able to bring with you to be able to do this. As you can see, this will be part of the Ultima rank update. So this will be adding higher content that's difficulty, so greater risk, greater reward. That is another thing I do enjoy about all these updates they're doing as well, because it shows that they do want to be able to change all of these different things that are going on. So the next thing we're going to actually get into, this is something that is for some of you guys that actually have, a lot of different stuff of like, friends or people that haven't played the game yet. This is a good incentive to get your friends to play. If they care, this is a good time to be able to do it. So they are adding a friend event. This will make it so that if you do all three of your friends, and then all your missions, you can obtain about almost 10,000 mod coins, which is about 3 multis. That is not bad at all. That is really not. So with this, basically, there will be special missions that reward not only the host, but also the invited friend as well. This will be more of an incentive for people to try to get into the game, and also they'll be able to, get more abilities quicker if they are just starting out, or even just people who are still playing the game and trying to get new allies in, so they have more people they can trust. You can have up to 3 people that you can trust with this as well, like inviting 3 different people, but as far as I know, the inviting code only is eligible for people who are in bronze. So either they have to be new players or players who are in bronze 1 or below. So I have a couple friends I can definitely think of that I can invite that would be able to probably do this. But it mainly depends on if they actually play the game because they have to do the events to be able to do so. So this is the next thing I want to talk about. So they're actually listening a lot to the community. They want to be able to make sure that they can change a lot of different issues that have been within the game. And one main thing that has been within the game that's been an issue is growth eggs. If you've been playing the game since release, you know how fucking annoying it is to try to get this shit. They've been adding constant updates into the game to be able to make sure that you can obtain as many growth eggs as possible from either daily missions, from weekly missions. They've added ranked rewards back into the game as well, but they've been completely changed. And it's whenever you hit a certain rank for that season, anything below is also obtained. And it's very much high incentive to be able to try to play more. So there will be a season special login bonus that'll have 10 draw tickets and more. The boost pass effect will be upgraded to have 3 times growth egg from battle rewards. And then the daily mission, which will get growth eggs every day. Now, the second thing is that this is for the June 2nd update, which will be the season event, well, the special season event mission, where you'll get 150,000 growth eggs, 6 draw tickets, and more given, with new draws arriving, making it easier to collect growth eggs. A new feature to hide rival player names during battle. I might actually do this, I'm not entirely sure just yet. And then the option to toggle specific notifications. So that's basically like if you're getting annoyed with notifications, that's basically just up to you. Next thing I'm going to talk about is actually Sephiroth himself. So, this is not a permanent banner. You will not see him forever. I will say this right now. That's the reason why he is a limited time new character. So, with Sephiroth, after this banner leaves, and after these events end, he will no longer be available. You will no longer be able to obtain him. So if you want to be able to get Sephiroth and some other stuff I'll explain in a minute because it does relay around him as well, now is a good time because he comes in on the 26th and leaves on the 29th of June. So you got to make sure you got a whole month, a little bit over a month gap to be able to do so of obtaining him. If you want to use him, more power to you. Me personally, I'm just probably going to do the events for the limited time stuff just to be able to get him, because I don't see myself using him as he is a ranged character, and ranged characters are not exactly my forte. But I do want to talk about some other stuff here. This is the first counterattack character. So his unique actually does an ability he has called Scintilla, which allows him to do a cone-shaped counterattack in front of him. Basically, this can counter, if I remember correctly, it can only counter melee or like front hitting abilities. I don't think you can counter ranged characters. I'm not entirely sure, but this is definitely a good thing for the melee DPS characters because there needs to be somebody who can counter them. And of course it would be Sephiroth. He's also a fire, which means you can put him with Orin, you can put him with Ace Fire. I don't remember what elements some of the other new skills coming in, but we'll look at that in a second. And then the One Wing Angel, obviously this passive is fucking hysterical. If there's a cloud that's nearby you, either a friend or foe, it will give you more of a movement speed boost. So it seems to me that Sephiroth will probably be a rush hunt down character. So due to this, it makes it so that he is more incentivized to stick around a cloud and to push probably quicker on the boss or even on players, because he has a lot of mobility as far as I'm seeing. Like with this, with movement speed, some of his stuff is like a dash into a jump and stuff like that. So it looks really good for him. And honestly, as much as it pains me to say, this is going to incentivize people to play both Sephiroth and Cloud on the same team. Now, the next character next thing we're going to talk about is the information, which is for Sephiroth. So you can unlock him for free with the normal season reward. This will be once the update hits and everything. And the new sealed ability crystal will be joining, which has the chances to drop his UR abilities, his SR ability, and a new item called Memoria, which we'll be getting into in just a second here. So basically, if you don't want to summon, like myself, then I would suggest doing the sealed ability crystals, which will have both of his URs on them, by the way. And honestly, you can also get both of his UR abilities just from doing the challenge battle. So this, like, basically, if you want to upgrade him as much as you possibly can, do as many fights as possible, focus on the hourglasses, whatever you can to be able to upgrade him so that he is on par with the rest of the characters. Because he is going to be a very powerful character. So, as I mentioned earlier, we're getting a new ability called NOMURA. This is the main thing that I do want to actually discuss for a second here. So this is only a support set. With a support set, with this, it seems that it is going to be, as far as I'm understanding, it's seeming like you can use this on any character, but I'm not sure yet. So it says you can equip it in a support set to raise character stats, obtainable with a fixed probability from the season reward. Give me 1 second here, making sure all my stuff is running properly. Then we also have, can be obtained from the repeatable reward at the end of the season rewards. So they're replacing the growth eggs or adding this on top of the growth eggs at the end of the season, which seems to be a good idea in my opinion, because as far as I know, the battle passes are getting far better, a lot better, and a lot more incentivizing to be able to use, so this is a good idea. And then you can also use this to uncap levels, then upgrade to boost your stats. So basically what this seems to be is that it is a level modifier. This seems to be the first item they're adding into the game that has a level modifying system. So focus on getting this Memoria wherever you are able to, because this will definitely be helpful for a lot of builds. Let's say, for instance, like you're in my situation and you want to run maybe like Ramza. I only have 1 copy of it. So with this, it would definitely raise the level cap and also upgrade the boost stats for the actual Ramza, as far as I'm understanding with this, but I could be wrong. I really could. So, as I was talking about earlier, these are the new abilities coming. Also, I love this art, by the way, with Aerith. It's so cute. So fucking cute. So, with these 2 abilities, I do want to talk about this, because this seems to be a move that is going to be a counter in a way to Sephiroth's stuff. And it also seems to be the better selfie wall. So Aerith's Planet Protection, as you can clearly see, decreases damage taken to 1 and nullifies status ailments for 7 seconds. Now, I was seeing some people in the comment section for this that were saying something like, people were basically saying in the comment section that they were worried that this will become the better selfie because it's not negatable with Earthbreaker. There's nothing in this that says it can't be stopped with Earthbreaker. Earthbreaker's whole thing is breaking barrier. Now, the reason that they are probably doing this is not only because this makes sense for Aerith, but it's also the other reason is that they're giving Earthbreaker more of a viability in builds. Because right now, the game is dominated by selfie wall. It is. It really is. It's dominated by barrier. It's dominated by selfie wall. So right now, barrier break moves are going to be very, very important. Especially if you have a Sephiroth on your team that's going to pop Supernova. I would say keep an eye out for somebody popping Aerith and pop an Earthbreaker on them. Make sure that they get that hit, because if Sephiroth lands that, he's basically killing them. And then the other ability we have coming is Tifa's Falling Crane, which is actually a far-reaching attack that goes in front of you and launches foes into the air, but it is only medium damage. So this seems to be a good move that's like to be able to be a gap closer, because you can use that, launch them up, and then try to like maybe dash toward them or something, which definitely seems like a good idea on my part. Well, at least in my eyes. Now, this is the next thing that we're going to talk to you guys about for a quick second here. This is the roadmap until August. So we have a new Final Fantasy X character, Final Fantasy VI, and Final Fantasy V. We have Sephiroth already coming in. There's a lot of talk and speculation about Tidus being the next character for Final Fantasy X. However, I am hoping people are wrong on that. Let me explain. This seems to be the villains update. Sephiroth's the first villain in the game. It makes sense, right? So what I think they need to do with these characters, like, don't get me wrong, I would love seeing Titus. I would love seeing more heroes. Hell, if they had Gilgamesh, I would fucking laugh my ass off. But at the same time, they need to add more versatility to the characters. And the way they will do that the best way possible is if they need to add more villains. Because Sephiroth is the first and only villain in the game. These characters need to be villainous or somewhat equivalent to. So it makes sense that they would probably do that. I'm hoping they do. And then the final thing I want to talk about, this is the thing I was talking about earlier. This is currently in the game. You are able to log in right now and have this. So, you get the full ability set, the entire set, for your favorite character. It doesn't matter what character it is, you get to pick. You are able to pick what abilities that you want, but it gives you both the URs for the main character. It gives you their rare and also their super rare as well. So pick wisely, make sure it's a character that you actually do want the duplications on, because it's a one-time thing. I already did mine for Clive because Clive is the one that I main on the game, and right now he's the one I'm having the most enjoyment on with ranked. So if you are wanting to be able to get some, decent rewards or anything for a character, maybe you're missing a duplicate for a character you want to main or anything, this is a good time to focus it. All right.